everybody. This is Kaipacha with the weekly Pele report. Oh yeah, something new and exciting. I am in southern France here near Rennes-le-Château, the Church of Mary Magdalene. Right now I'm catching a little shade down here at the creek by the mill. So I thought I'd just start out, give you the positions, and then I'm being hosted here. Dolph is going to take me up to the chateau so you can check that out. But I like to have a little water in these Pele reports, so I'm starting out down here at the river. So the new moon, we had it yesterday. 10 degrees 58 minutes of the sign of Leo. Fire, fire, fire. Moon is in Leo. Still conjunct the sun now as I speak to you. And what is that? Mars also, just last night, went into the sign of Sagittarius. So we've got the fire happening. And you may have noticed a shift in the energy. And that shift is, last week, if you watched last week's Pele report, right, we had the whale jumping out of the water. Well, this is the time. This is the time to be jumping with this new moon in Leo. I'm going to talk more about that, but let's say that, right now she is trine Uranus and Eris over there in Aries, and conjuncts Venus later on today. Thursday, tomorrow, she moves into Virgo. Yeah. And, while she's there, she's going to occult Mercury, going to occult Jupiter on Friday, square Saturn, hit the North Node, she's doing all this. I've been talking about this whole, nodes, Jupiter, Neptune, Chiron, all going on, square Saturn, that whole big T-square and the mutable signs. I've been talking about that forever. No need to bore you guys. So, what else is new, you might say? Well, by golly, son of a gun, on Friday, what happens? Venus leaves Leo. So right now, we've got the sun and the moon and Venus and Mars and Saturn and Uranus and Eris all in fire, 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 fire. But the moon and Venus are both going to be moving out of that, fire into Earth. Venus on Friday. What does she do when she moves into Virgo? Those of you that know astrology, if Mars just went into Sagittarius and Venus is now going into Virgo, they are square. And it's really a whole week long that Venus is going to be in square to Mars. You could say that she's square Mars right now. This is the masculine and feminine energies. Yes, in the mutable signs of change. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Yeah. And of course, we also know that Mars is coming up. I mean, really, you could say it already is conjunct Saturn. If you look in the night sky, you'll see Mars right by Saturn, and it's going to get closer and closer and closer. Saturn's at 9 degrees. Mars is at 0. Mars is catching up to Saturn. It's just like, oh boy. So, after Venus squares Mars, she's going to come around next week and square Saturn too, yeah? Moving about a degree a day. Meanwhile, Mercury, is square Saturn on Saturday and opposes Neptune on Sunday. So we got all that going on. And then, of course, the whole underpinning happening now is that Jupiter is in opposition to Chiron. And this has been going on for months and months and months. I did a whole separate thing, on this Jupiter opposite Chiron. Talk to you a little bit more about that when I have a seat. But, these are the main things that are happening. Mercury is going to be joining that Jupiter, Neptune, Moon's nodes, T-square with Saturn. So this is a loaded weekend, basically. With all these aspects happening now, it's super loaded. I'm going to look at the camera, find a good spot, and tell you what it's all about, what that's all, indicating, yeah? Okay. See ya. Okay. Well, yeah, that's it. Some of you may recognize it if you've been here. That is the Tour de Magdalena, the Tower of Mary Magdalene, that held within it many of the books and records that were gathered by the priest that found, yes, the lineage of Jeshua and Mary Magdalene here at Rennes-le-Château. So this has to do with the Grail mysteries, the Magdalene mysteries, the Templars, the Cathars, the Inquisition. I mean, it's all going on down here, and I'm going to try to give a report that, you know, the energy is pretty intense. I'm sitting here meditating, trying to figure out what I'm going to say, and I gave up. So, you know, but what I do want to talk a little bit about is that I just last week I did a longer look into the overall view from 2016 into 2017 using the Sabian symbols, which I'm really into more and more these days. I'm going to use it today. This is Dane Rudier's. Some of you have seen this before if you watch the Pele report. But the thing is, I did that especially for this community. I have an online community for people who want to know and learn astrology. So it's got, you know, a forum and extra videos and expert, you know, other astrologers and, you know, discounts and I mean all kinds of stuff for, you know, monthly subscription. And part of that is that I agree to do a video for them, especially for the community, okay, that I'm not going to give away to anybody else. So I want, and then I do the video and it's like, whoa, this is like, you know, I felt that some powerful stuff came through. So I wanted to present it to everybody, but I had to put it up for sale for $10 in the store. So forgive me, I like to give my stuff away, but I did make a promise to these people that I would not do that. And, you know, you can join the frickin' community for $15 a month and, and get tons of videos and learn astrology. And I hope that you do learn astrology. I hope that you stop and pause the Pele report at the beginning where I give the chart and you look at the chart and you see I'm going to post the new moon in Leo at 10 degrees 58 minutes. That is the 11th degree of Leo. And I want to read to you what that says, okay? That the symbol, the Sabian symbol for that is that children play on a swing hanging from the branches of a huge oak tree. The keynote is the power of tradition as it shelters the beginnings of individual self-expression. We know that Leo has so much to do with individual self-expression. Let's look a little more deeper into this then. Dane Rudier has to say, the great tradition of mankind has been symbolized by a vast tree, every spiritual teacher being one of its many branches, issuing from the one trunk of a primordial revelation. As a man begins his spiritual journey, he is like a child in a state of excitement, playing with rhythmic up and down moods. He or she plays with words and concepts which hang from the branches of the tradition. And often the whole quest is mainly a game for him. Yet he is securely held by the tree, protected by its foliage from too great and burning a light. You know, whether it's the tree of Yggdrasil, the world tree, okay, the tree of knowledge, the tree of wisdom, Sephiroth, you know, I mean, it goes, there's trees, you know. And here, you know, for this new moon, for this next monthly cycle, the seed for this monthly cycle, okay, is this symbol of, you know, playing, swinging from the branches on this tree of life. And I often say Leo is an agent of life. Each one of us has Leo, has the sun in our birth chart. We are each like a ray of light from the sun. We are each an original, unique, creative expression of the cosmic infinite potential. And so this new moon, this whole month is about play. And what is play? Pardon me, I mean, I taught Waldorf school. I've got 5 kids, you know. I mean, I've gone through, you know, play. Okay? Play, play, play. And you could say, you know what? There's no such thing as play. You listen to kids play. Look back to when you used to play. I used to play what? Cowboys and Indians, because I had a past life as a Native American. Okay, I used to play with pirates, you know, pirates, and I used to have a past life as a pirate, and I used to play with the pyramids and the Sphinx, and I had a past life. Guess what? Play is remembering. Play is pulling back in. Play and mythology, and whether it's Norse mythology, Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, I mean, Mayan, Aztec, Chinese, you know, whatever. Play is us getting in touch with the mystery of ourselves, of our own personal unique past, and really pulling up this subconscious and these unconscious memories that help us become more ourselves, more original, more unique, more divine. And so now what do we see happening? You know, at this particular time, Venus square Mars. I find it very interesting that these are happening at the same time, okay? There's this, you know, this new moon in Leo, the sun moving through Leo, Venus stepping out of Leo and going into Virgo. And we see Virgo, you know, Virgo and Gemini, okay, both ruled by Mercury. Opposite, Sagittarius and Pisces, both ruled by Jupiter. Pisces is co-ruled by Jupiter, and then it's ruled by also by Neptune. The collective unconscious, the infinite potential itself. And we've had this Jupiter opposite Neptune, and now Jupiter opposite Chiron is a healing time. And what does this healing have to do but what? You know, with us getting in touch with our power. Leo, the sun, the solar plexus is our power chakra. This is our power center. And how has our power been compromised? It's been compromised by the square to Saturn in Sagittarius, which is religion. And all these religions. We've got these great masters. We've got Buddha. We've got Christ. We've got, you know, Mohammed. They go on and on and on. Teachers and gurus and wise people and everything. And what? People take their message and twist it and distort it and manage it and use it, right? You know? And it gets all screwed up and put out there as religion. And to me, religion is what? You know, putting God outside ourselves and having a doctrine or a dogma, okay, you know, between us and source. Okay, you know, we need to go through a teacher, guru, priest, rabbi, whatever, in order to access, okay, divine infinite knowledge and wisdom. I say spirituality. Spirituality is, guess what? It's right here in my magnetic field. It's right here in my solar plexus. I'll do my Kundalini yoga, thank you. I'll take a direct line. I don't need the dogma, I don't need the doctrine, I don't need the, you know, religions, I don't need anything. I am a frickin' spirit. We're all spirits, right? So this, you know, new moon in Leo, this is getting in touch with our creativity, with our king, with our queen, with our lion, with our lioness. And these lions are ferocious. They are ferocious beasts. They are freaking powerful. And they want to express themselves unhindered, completely, wholly, fully, and completely. And so then what do we have? Well, the square from Saturn, you know, to Venus, and, you know, Mars coming up, and Venus square Mars. Well, we've got this battle of the sexes. Got this masculine and feminine in square. There's this creative tension. And what is this tension about? Well, Mars and Saturn conjuncting in Sagittarius. Look at your belief systems, how they've come down and been handed down, okay, by the gurus or by the teachers or by your parents or by your culture, whatever. Look at those beliefs. And they are from the patriarchy, undoubtedly, yeah? And so we're breaking out and we're breaking free, and this liberation, this getting in touch with our own power is like in some ways saying, sorry, no more. You're not controlling me. You're not controlling my money, you're not controlling my sexual expression, my emotional expression, my verbal expression. We will not be controlled. Moon trine Uranus, like right now as I'm speaking. Yeah. So this is a month, man, of rebellion, of breaking out of the norm. And breaking out of that norm is going to do what? Jupiter opposite Chiron. It's going to heal the wound of abandonment by source. As we connect directly to source by recognizing we are source instead of looking outside for source, and we just start playing around. And how do you do it? You do it through art and music and dance and poetry, and you feel your imagination come through you, and you feel, right, spirit moving through your limbs and your voice and your lungs and your breathing. And it's just like, as you feel, as you express, as you create, as you play, yes, the spiritual energies, become stronger and more magnified and more present. And you feel yourself, like the puppet on the string, like, yes, I am totally connected, high, high up above and way down deep below. So yeah, we got the square. We got the square going on. That square is Mars and Sagittarius wanting to break open, be free, unlimited, unbounded. Sagittarius, can take no walls, needs lots of space. And then we've got Venus moving into Virgo, okay, that wants to discriminate and discern and be, careful and cautious and, can get anxious, about things not being perfect. And Mars is just, so it's like, our feminine energy, okay, which is our emotional, fears and needs and inner, security, past, can be a square with this charging forward, liberating, going on the journey, extending and breathing out and expanding into the unknown. I'm not talking men and women here. I'm talking each one of us has this masculine and feminine energy within us. And so right now, how do you resolve a square? You resolve a square by creating a reality wherein both can be expressed. So this month, and particularly, this week, with this Venus square Mars, create situations or a time where you have time to adventure and travel and go outside the known and the familiar. And you also have a time, to do your yoga or to heal or to write or to, like really get into, the analytical, constructive, and in some way, shape, and form, you can possibly find ways and means of doing both. Like coming to a workshop in France and doing Kundalini yoga, okay, which is in astrology, which is very Virgo, very analytical. There's lots of angles and mathematics and measurements and, harmonics and blah, 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 it's Virgo. You can do Virgo and Sagittarius, but you have to creatively find a way to integrate those two, which are, part of the mutable cross. And so, but the sun in Leo says, oh yeah, man. Play around with it. Freaking do it. So the mantra for this week is, as I prepare, as I prepare to journey outside the realm of the known, the most important thing I need. Think about it. What's the most important thing you need? If you're going to journey outside the realm of the known, what's the most important thing you need? Well, this month I'm going to say that it is love in my heart and a song. A song. Yes? Wainamoinen, yes, was, a northern, Norse god that sang the world into creation. That's one of the creation myths, yeah? That Wainamoinen sang the world into creation. The song, the voice, yeah? Here we've got, Mercury opposite Neptune, sing. Mercury in Virgo, heal with your voice, with your throat chakra. And that throat chakra is connected to your second chakra, which is your creative potential, the womb. So yeah, ow! And of course Leo is do it on the stage. I mean, don't do it in the shower, man. No hiding out. Get out of the closet, you know, grab that microphone, do some karaoke or something. I mean, this is a month, you know, and particularly this week, you know, while the sun is still, you know, happening in Leo until the 21st of August, you know, to like frickin' throw it out there. Throw yourself out there. Wear your heart on your sleeve, man. Let people just like see, and if they like it, fine. If they don't, get over your fear of rejection. You know, get over the fear of rejection, and then a lot of freedom happens after that, yeah? So, as I prepare for my journey outside the realm of the known, the most important thing I need is love in my heart and a song. May you sing, sing, sing your way through the week, having a happy, happy, happy time. Namaste, aloha. So much love.